All right.
So we will start in child's pose. And you can either draw your knees as wide as the mat, or maybe draw them closer together. Big toes touch. And just allow forehead to melt towards the earth. See if you can slowly, as you find your breath here, maybe inch your fingertips forward. Finding a little bit more stretch in the upper back and shoulders here. And just allow your eyes to close and the breath to deepen. Stay here if it feels good, or maybe bring your hands so that you're up on your fingertips into cupcake hands. Again, finding a little bit more stretch in the shoulders here. Lifting forearms from the earth and continuing to breathe. And then on your next inhale, staying low, walk your hands off the right edge of your mat. Maybe placing left hand on top of right, finding a little bit more space on the left side body. And breathe here. Staying low, cross your hands through center, taking your hands to the left side off of your mat. Maybe placing right hand on top of left. Focus and see if you can keep right hip towards your heels. And breathe into right side body here. Next inhale takes you back to center, and then just begin to slither your torso and your hands forward and sending your hips over your knees, coming into a puppy pose. Either forehead or chin can rest on the mat, whichever is comfortable for you. Maybe the chest touches the floor and maybe it doesn't. And then your next inhale will bring you to a tabletop position. And we'll just do some wrist stretches here in tabletop. So if it feels good to you and you don't have any wrist injuries, you can turn your fingertips towards your knees. If it's too intense to do both hands at the same time, just do one at a time. And just giving a little stretch to the wrists here. Maybe finding a little bit of movement, rocking gently forward and back, or drawing little circles with the wrists. Just tiny movements. And if you did one hand, one at a time, then switch to the other hand. And then when you're ready, bring your fingertips to face away from your body, and then bring the tops of your hands, maybe just one at a time. Bring the top of your right hand towards the mat, just stretching in the opposite direction. You can have a gentle bend in the elbow here. And then bring that hand back towards the mat and switch to the left. Left top of hand comes to the earth. Maybe gentle movement back and forth, just a gentle stretch. And then bringing left hand back, run through a few rounds of cow and cat here to warm up the spine. Taking your time, moving slow with your breath, and exaggerating the movements of the spine. One more round. And then we'll meet back into a tabletop position. Tuck your toes and then lift your knees just 1 inch off of the mat, coming into a hovering table. Just hover here, engaging the core, pushing through the palms of your hands, having a flat back here. Continue to breathe. And then send your hips back and up for downward facing dog. Inhale here. And then let it go. Inhale, coming into a high plank, top of a push-up. And then bend the knees, push your torso back towards your thighs for crouching tiger. Exhale into downward facing dog. So I'll move through that flow 2 more times. Inhale to high plank. Bend the knees, push your torso back towards the thighs. Crouching tiger. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time, ripple forward into high plank. Inhale. Crouching tiger. Downward facing dog. Gaze between your hands, step towards the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach skyward. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, find your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, arms to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. One more time, this is a half sun salutation. Inhale, arms reach. Breathe out as you fold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, fold. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. From here, we'll come down into a forward fold and then step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, across the body, tap left elbow. Right foot comes back to the earth, left foot or left knee to left to right elbow. Left foot plants, right knee to left. Right foot plants, left knee to right. That time I got it. Left foot plants. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. And then step it forward into warrior one. Arms reaching high. Deep bend and right knee. Exhale to warrior two, opening towards your left. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Finding that stretch in the right side body. On your exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame the right foot. You're in runner's lunge. And then plant your hands and send right leg back to stack on top of left, coming into side plank. Always the option to drop the bottom knee and lift your hips up higher. One breath in. Breath out, right hand comes down. Step right foot back, coming into runner's lunge again. Pivot left foot down behind, and then straighten through right knee, coming into triangle or trikonasana. Shoulders and hips are stacked. You can change the distance between the feet if you need to. Breathe here. And then hands come down to frame the right foot. Send right foot back, and then option to flow through your vinyasa or go to down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Cross the body, tap right elbow. Left foot comes down, this time take right knee across to left elbow. Left knee to right. Engage the core, find your twist, and right knee to left. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. And then find warrior one, stepping left foot forward. Inhale as you rise. Dropping the hips low. Exhale, open to your right for warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands come down to frame left foot, runner's lunge. And then plant your hands, this time moving into side plank, stacking left foot on top of right or staggering. Left arm reaches high, hips go high. One breath in. As you breathe out, left hand comes down, stepping left forward back into runner's lunge, and then pivot on the right foot, straighten left knee, triangle, opening to your right. Right arm reaching high, breathe in here, finding length, light on the bottom hand, and then both hands come down, left foot goes back to meet the right, and then option to flow through your vinyasa. From downward facing dog, gaze between your hands and then step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, rising into chair. Arms reaching high, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, lower the torso towards the thighs. Send the arms back into airplane arms and then rise onto your tippy toes. Keeping your seat low in your chair, finding your balance. Option to stay here or begin to bring your crown of head towards the floor as you straighten your legs, keeping the heels lifted, diver's pose. From there, lower the heels, hands come down, forward fold, and then option to come into a crow or malasana, yogi squat from here. So I'm gonna use my block to cheat or to help me in my crow. Just a few minutes to play wherever you're at. Stacking elbows on top of wrists, knees on top of triceps. If you fall, it's okay. You're low to the ground. And then wherever you are, option to flow through one more vinyasa or go straight to down dog. We'll take 2 breaths here. One more. And then we're gonna take the same flow that we started with earlier. 1 breath per movement, so just a little bit faster. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, tap left elbow. Step it back, left knee, right elbow. Right knee left. Left knee right. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, warrior one, rising as you inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, reverse your warrior. Exhale, runner's lunge. Plant the hands, send right foot on top of left, side plank opening to your right. Breathe in here. Hands come down. Right foot comes forward again into runner's lunge. And then left foot pivots, right knee straightens, triangle, opening to your left. Breathe in here. Hands come down. Stepping back into downward facing dog or flow through a vinyasa. Inhale, left leg lifts. Left knee across the body taps right elbow. Right knee taps left. Left knee taps right. Last time across the body. Inhale, send the left leg high. Exhale, step it forward, coming into warrior one. Breathe as you rise. Exhale as you open, coming into warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Find that length. Exhale, hands come down to cartwheel to frame your left foot. And then side plank opening to your left. Left arm reaches high. Breathe in here. Breathe out, stepping back into runner's lunge, left foot forward. Breathe in here. And then pivot right foot down, triangle pose, opening to your right. Lots of switching back and forth today, keeping you on your toes. And then option to camp, bring your hands down, flow through another vinyasa or to down dog. Continuing to breathe. And then from your down dog, we'll bring our knees down towards the earth and then swing our legs around towards the front. We're gonna move into boat pose. So for boat, pull my pants up. You can bring your hands behind your knees and then slightly roll backwards. And then lifting one foot at a time, bringing your feet at the same height as your knees. You can either continue holding on behind your knees if you like, but if you do, try to just use 2 fingers. So try not to hold on for dear life with your hands. See if you can just barely give yourself assistance with 2 fingers. Keep your collarbones wide, your spine straight, and hold it here, or option to open your hands and keep them level with your shins. Wherever you are, breathe. You can also straighten your legs. So we're in high boat. Now we're gonna go into low boat. So just hover torso, back, and feet off the mat. Exhale, rise back to high boat. Inhale, low. Exhale, high. Inhale, hover. Exhale, bring it in. 2 more. Inhale, hover. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And then from here, you can lower everything down. We'll move into a little bit of back bend from here. So we'll move into a bridge. You can either do normal bridge or you can use a block or support if you'd like a supported bridge from here. So hands down beside the body, heels in towards the seat, and then on your inhale, lift your hips. Maybe roll shoulders in towards each other and clasp hands beneath the low back. Draw pinkies towards the earth and down towards your feet. See if you're fully engaged with all 4 corners of your feet. And see if you can soften your glutes. Maybe lift onto your tippy toes, so lifting both heels. And then lower. Maybe you can, if you had your hands clasped, release the hands, bring palms of hands towards the mat. And then try lifting one leg at a time, keeping your hips high. So maybe right leg goes up towards the ceiling, foot flat against the ceiling, and then switch to the left. See if you can do that a couple times without lowering your hips. Keeping your shoulders relaxed. I'm going to go for one more round. Keep breathing. And then feet come flat and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, lower. Option to go back into bridge one more time. Or you can play with wheel or back bend from here. So if you haven't done a wheel before and you want to play, I'll walk you through it, but the option is always to stick with bridge if you prefer. So I bring my hands beside my ears, my fingers pointing towards my toes. And then I keep my feet close to my seat. And then using both all four corners of my feet and all four corners of my hands, I push myself up into the back bend that we used to do when we were kids and try to open your chest. So if you want to play with that, you can. If you're in bridge, hold it for a couple more breaths and then gently lowering whenever it comes to a close for you. And then from here, I should have warned you at the beginning. I'm sorry. If you have a strap nearby, you can use it. And if not, you don't have to have it. But if you do, we'll be doing some leg stretches with our strap today. So I always make sure the buckle is not going to hit me in the face when it unravels. And then we'll just bring both of our feet, if you have the strap, into the strap, feet towards the ceiling. And then just pulling the shins, the toes in towards the face. The feet are flexed, but allowing softness in the shoulders here. And if you don't have the strap, you can do the same thing, just holding behind your calves or your thighs, just not on the knees, to give yourself that same support. And I have my feet about a hip's distance apart. And just breathing here for a moment. Sometimes it feels good to kind of, depending on how long your strap is, kind of wrap it around your hands, give you a little bit more leverage, and then relax your elbows down towards the floor so your shoulders are more relaxed. From here, you may, again, if you have the strap, you'll just slide your feet out wider, creating a V shape to wherever it feels good to hold that stretch. If you don't have the strap, same thing. Just hold on behind your legs, thighs, or calves. And give yourself that support there. Your feet are always engaged and active. And you can either remain still here or maybe sway the feet from side to side. Kind of like an extended happy baby. And then on your next inhale, we'll slide our feet closer together again. And then this time we'll allow our left leg to extend long towards the earth, just keeping our right leg up towards the ceiling. And just finding that stretch in the right hamstring here. Foot remains flexed. Never tugging or pulling, just a gentle resistance for yourself here. And then if you have the strap, I'm gonna hold on to the strap with my right hand and open my left hand towards the floor in a shape of a T. And then on an exhale, allow my right foot to fall towards my right, keeping my legs straight. And just finding a release or stretch here. Depending on your flexibility, maybe your toes come closer towards the side of your face. Maybe it's more at a 90-degree angle. For you. So just breathe here. Next, inhale, the leg comes up towards center, and then allow it to cross over towards your left, this time finding a stretch in the IT band, glute, and allowing it to fall wherever it lands. Maybe the right hand opens towards the right into a T. Or a twist here. Inhaling back to center, draw left foot in to meet the right, and then switch. So right leg comes out towards the earth. Flex through the left toes, and just find that stretch as you draw left toes in towards the face. Keep breathing. And then in case you don't have your strap nearby, I'll just show this without it. And then next breath, allow the left leg to fall towards your left, maybe right hand opens towards the right. Just a gentle support either with the strap or left hand beneath the left leg. See if you can keep right hip towards the floor if it's lifted. Inhale back to center, and then gently let it fall towards your right. Switching hands. Now my right hand is supporting the leg and my left hand is open into a T. Keeping the left foot flexed. And breathe. Inhale, left leg comes back towards center, and then we'll bring both knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a hug and squeeze. Find your sway or your rock from side to side. And then any final pose that you feel your body needs, happy baby, another bridge, waterfall, plow. Those are just ideas. Or maybe you're ready just to move straight into Shavasana. So just know that whatever I call or it's just an option. You always may do better if you just listen to yourself. Your body will usually guide you into whatever you need at the moment. If you haven't made it there yet, begin to make your way to your pose, your resting pose for Shavasana. And just allow your eyes to close. Allow your breath to flow. The mind is quiet. And the body is supported in your Shavasana. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Open your lips and sigh it out. And begin to wake the body from its rest. One more time, deep breath in, fill up. Create space in the ribs. Part your lips and sigh it out. And draw your hands to heart center, allowing the thumbs connect with the chest, with the heart. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.